Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Raven with Creativity Uninhibited, and we are going to show you today how to make these stitch paper, crepe paper rosettes. So basically I made two types of rosettes. Excuse my hoarseness, a little under the weather, but that's okay. So I'm going to show you today what I did to make these two type of crepe paper rosettes with crepe paper that I actually got from the Dollar Tree. So let's go over what you'll need. Of course, the crepe paper, some scissors, a ruler, ribbon of your choice, I use gold, and a hot glue gun. So the first thing I did in making the rosette was that I measured 6 pieces of the crepe paper 12 inches long, and that's because it's just easier for me to do it with the ruler. I would personally suggest you use something longer than 12 inches, something 14 inches or 17 inches, just because it doesn't, when you only use 12 inches, it doesn't give you many pleats. If you notice in this one that I made, I put two 12-inch ones together and it was more pleated, and I actually like it better that way. But nonetheless, I'm going to show you what I did. So I just take the crepe paper at the end of the ruler, and I'm going to wrap it 6 times around the ruler. I'm going to wrap it 3 full times or 6 times around the ruler. I'll show you what I mean. So back and front, this is considered once. So this is 1 time across the ruler. And then I'm gonna go, ooh, it's always tricky. Trying to stay in the camera for you guys. Then back and front, that's 2 times. And then back and front, that's now 3 times. So when I cut this, and I just ripped it off, I'll actually have 6 pieces. So what I do is I take the ruler out the crepe paper. I try to line it up as best as possible. Straighten everything out. And then I just cut the edges off. So now I have, I should have 6 strips. So after I line up my 6 strips, I try to get them as neat as possible. I'm going to show you one that I've already done to save time. I put pins in them. I use my sewing pins, and I put a pin on each end and a pin in the middle. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this over to my sewing machine, and I'm going to stitch along the edge, and about a little more than 0.25 inch away from that one, I'm going to stitch another row and then a 3rd row. So let me show you what that looks like. So that looks like, here's one that I've already stitched. So you see I have a row going across 0.25 inches, a little more than that away. I made another row and then the 3rd row. So that's basically, it's basically straightforward. I set my sewing machine to 6. You want to have your stitches pretty tight. If they're too loose, the crepe paper will start to curl over, and you'll have to, like, it'll kind of start to gather. So you want a tight, close stitch so it'll lay flat, you know, for it to give it the look. So the next thing I did is I also hot glued a piece of gold ribbon to the crepe paper just to give it a little fancier look. Now you can use any type of glue you want, but I went ahead and used hot glue because these crepe papers will be used for my nephew's birthday party and they'll probably be thrown in the garbage. So I didn't feel like the time or sitting and waiting for my Scotch glue to dry or any other glue when, you know, quick glue, hot glue is quick, you know, and this is a project that's not, most likely it's not going to be kept. So what I want to actually show you guys right now is what to do to fold it. So folding it is pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. I fold it down and then I fold it back like an accordion. I make pleats and then I go this way and then I go like that. And you just continue to do this all the way till you get to the end of the paper. Try to make sure your pleats are similar in size, as uniform as possible throughout the process, just so it's a neater look. So it's not hard, you know, and try to press down to crease the crepe paper while you are pleating. One of the things I like about the strips and the sewing is that it makes your crepe paper thicker and it's more durable. So if you want to do more than 6 strips, I would suggest you do that. You know, if you want to do 8 or 10, it's cool. I like the sturdiness of the sewn paper. I actually tried to do this thing with just glue without sewing it, and it did not turn out like I wanted it. It did not turn out as neat. The paper was a lot harder to work with. But yeah, so just you continue pleating the paper and then you'll have an accordion. So because I put ribbon on this one, it doesn't pleat. The pleats are not as firm because the ribbon, the fabric is kind of preventing that. So it'll be, you know, a kind of a little different of a process when you're making your rosettes that actually have the ribbon on it. But for the rosettes that do not have the ribbon on it, the ones like these, the pleats are a little more defined. They're a little more stable. So I'm just going to show you. I'm going to show you how to put both of them together. You know, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. So I just take the hot glue and I add it. Oh, let me push this in here. I add my hot glue to the edge. And then I swing this around and I glue my 2 ends together. Now what you want to remember is one edge need to be folded down and the other edge need to be folded up for you to glue them together, so you don't mess up the continuation of the pleat, so it doesn't cause a gap. And trim whatever you need to trim. So I actually have you know, a tutorial on how I do rosettes. I will link that in the description so you all can see how to put rosettes together. But you're also going to need 1-inch circles. So I cut these out to help gather my pleats. So after you've glued your edges together, I just fold it in and lay it flat onto the table. And try to keep it together where I won't get hot glue over my fingers. Over my fingers.
He's making a video. I can wave it.
Hold on 1 second, man. And then I put the circle right there over the middle of the rosette with the hot glue. So hold that for a second so it can dry and kind of stay in place. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So You want to do the exact same thing for the other side of the rosette and add your 1-inch circles.
I found it in a box.
It's hot, y'all.
And
And there you have it. Really cute, really simple. So the process is pretty much the same for your ribbon pleated rosettes. It's a little more difficult, but we're just gonna add two strips together. My nephew is actually having a carnival theme birthday party. He's turning 3. So I'm using red, yellow, white, and light blue for the colors. I'm actually trying to work on it now. His party is not until this summer, but I'm trying to get this out of the way. I'm trying to get all of this done. Okay, so now we have a bigger rosette. Actually, it's not going to come out bigger. It's just going to be more pleated. So we're going to turn it in, and then we're going to gather these pleats together. Try to make them uniform. Like here you see you don't want it too pleated on this side and loose pleats on the other, so I'm going to try to spread it out in a way where it's a little more uniform. Or get them really close. This is the hard part, because I am terrified of burning myself. You all know that hot glue is no joke. Okay, let's see if I can. If it'll stay. Ooh. It's even hot through the paper. Okay. So now we're going to flip it over. Oh, let me fix these pleats back here. You might have to kind of scrunch them in. So that's basically it, you guys. Trim up what you need to. Like here, this needs to be trimmed up a bit. I may have to get, these scissors aren't the greatest. They aren't the sharpest. So I may need to get something to, I should have trimmed it up before I put it together. Don't be like me. I'm lazy sometimes. But nonetheless, this is essentially what you have. I think it's super cute. I'm going to use it to layer probably on the carousel or some favor boxes. I'm not exactly sure how I'll be using these ribbon ones. They're just really, really cute. The ribbon adds a little extra je ne sais quoi, you know, to the project. I would also suggest you might want to put a little glue around the edges before you pleat, and dip this in glitter. I think that would be really cute as well. I'm going to try that eventually. I just don't like dealing with glitter because it's really messy. But yeah, that's it. Pretty straightforward, you know. Hope you guys will try this project out. Let me know what you think in the comments. Of course, like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to get my subscribers up, y'all. Let me know what projects y'all want to see. I got a lot of stuff in my head that I'm trying to get out. So I just want to thank you all for, you know, sharing this time with me. And until next time, bye.